Yo, what is up, Crocs and Clan members, fairy tale fans, and others who will stumble upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today I got a double feature for you guys. Since I technically didn't give you guys a review last week, I'm going to give you episode 60 and 61 today. Now, in case you do not care for my review of episode 60, I'm going to leave a little link right here, right there, so you guys go click on it, and then it'll skip to, well, review for episode 61. But if you want to stay, well, here's episode 60 review. It's very simple. It's very short. Laxus almost dies. That was scary. So in the episode before that, episode 59, Jamila almost dies. And then Laxus shows up to save him. And then episode 60, after Laxus saves everybody, him and his group almost die because the Tempest has this weird magic which we've seen before. I mean, not that particular magic, but we've seen magic similar to it, which is the one that affects mages by draining their magic energy, and then they die. So just a little tiny bit of this can kill somebody. And Laxus basically inhaled most of the gas in the area to protect the town. So while Freed, Big Slow, and Evergreen only took a little bit, and Jajima as well, he only took a little bit. Laxus pretty much absorbed everything around them, so he got the worst of it. So the fact that we're like, he's gonna die is pretty sad. Like, I mean, obviously I highly doubt these characters are gonna die because they do show up later. I mean, not in the next episode, but like they could show up later in the series, so I don't expect them to die, but it's still, I love these moments, like, cause the thing about Fairy Tail that I really enjoy is this is a family, right? The guild itself, I'm in the show as well, but the guild itself is a family. They're all for each other. So like when you have these characters who look like they're gonna die, it brings everybody together again. Cause they're like, hey, this is bad, okay? And then Natsu put in the best words. This is war. And that's how it always is. If any member of Fairy Tail gets hurt, anybody attacks them, anybody tortures any of them, something happens to any one of their members, it is war on the entire guild. So do not mess with it. It's happened before, and it's going to keep happening. Do not mess with Fairy Tail. When are people going to understand this? Do not mess with our guild, because you're going to get fucked up. Now, this is also a big issue, because one of the things I do love about Fairy Tail is the fact that we have this connection. And Natsu. I love Natsu in these moments because he's a protagonist, right? But he's like the one that cares so much about everybody and doesn't want anything to happen to anybody, so he gets pissed, right? So I love the moments when they have Natsu get pissed, like, I'm gonna kill somebody for doing this. Like, I love when Natsu gets like this. But there's certain times when they do this that Natsu goes from being in this pissed off, I'm gonna kill somebody mode, to like this comedy gag of, I gotta get these people, right? And it bugs me, because it's like, I like my serious Natsu. Like, I don't need jokey Natsu of, you know, like going crazy like little kid style, I'm gonna get these people, when I already have previous Natsu, I'm in it before. I don't need that. I don't need it at all. So it kind of took a little bit of that anger away from him, because they used jokey little kid Natsu right after it. Also, freaking Minerva is now part of Tartarus, and I'm so happy because we're gonna see her again. That's basically what it means. We get to see her again, and I've said this before. I love Minerva as a villain. I love to hate her. She's so good at being herself and making you hate her. Like, I love that about her. So it's cool that she's coming back, and she's gonna be part of Tartarus. And my camera needs to like not move so much, so calm down. So it's awesome. It's awesome to see that she's gonna come back. And Tempest dies. I mean, not really. He dies, but he doesn't. Apparently, members of Tartarus, if they die, they're reborn, but they have to go back to the guild. That's how it works. So we got to see that. And then, oh my goodness, this is the craziest part. So we have a plan. Um, these guys are going after former council members. So what do? We gotta find former council members. Unfortunately, these people's whereabouts are hidden because people get mad, people are upset, people want to get revenge. Like the bad people, they want to get revenge on these people for how they treat them or putting them in prison. The typical stuff that happens with law people. So they have to have their identities, hidden away from normal people. Uh, that's why it's weird. I mean, Jamia makes sense because he opened a restaurant. Like he's open about everything. He's like, "What's up? I have a restaurant." But like for the most part, these people have their identities, their whereabouts hidden away from public eyes. And so like Loki, oh my gosh, this was one of the funniest moments in the entire episode. Loki knows where some of them are because, and he tells Wendy, this was like the worst. This was the funniest and worst part. I feel bad for Wendy because he like goes over to her and whispers in her ears, and she gets embarrassed. So we know what's going on. Of course, the other members of Fairy Tail don't know because they're not going to hear this. But just from her reaction, oh my goodness! And then if they did such a great transition because when they decided to split up, they split into groups to go get these people. I don't know why they chose Natsu, Lucy, and Wendy as a team. That seems very random, but I'll just leave it. I'll leave it. But they go to one of the members' house, and then we have I forget his name, but he's a little cat dude. Like when I saw him, I was like, I know who you are. I don't know your name, but I know who you are. I've seen you before. You hate Fairy Tail. But they go in and all that stuff, and then his granddaughter shows up, right? And you just see Wendy's like, oh my gosh, that's the person that Loki was talking about, and her face just gets so red. And I just know, oh my goodness, that was the funniest thing in the world. Wendy, I feel so bad for her because she had to hear this, and she's such a little girl. Her innocence was just taken away by a freaking celestial spirit. Oh my god, it was, woo! But it was funny. And then Jackal shows up again, and then Natsu and him are gonna go on a fight, and that's the thumbnail. I actually used that thumbnail because it happens in both episodes. So, but anyways, now off to episode 61, which is the Natsu Jackal fight, which was awesome. I loved it. I gotta say, honestly, one of my favorite parts about the entire episode. Like literally, just so badass. Besides, I mean, I do have to have a complaint. The recap took way too long. We didn't start doing new shit until like minute 8. That's a problem. Okay, you're 24 minutes long, and by the 8-minute mark, you're still on recap. Make that shorter. 1 minute is enough for a recap. We don't need a whole freaking backstory. Okay, we don't need that. But like the funniest moment, in my opinion, is the fact Natsu's going in, right? Jackal messed up because Natsu ate his fire when the house exploded, so no damage besides to the house, of course. Natsu goes in, right? He goes in like Jackal can't do anything, right? And so like we have Jackal, he's like tumbling down, and he's gonna say something, right? He's gonna explain something, right? He's trying to talk, and before he can even finish the sentence, Natsu just bops him right in his mouth. It was literally right in his mouth. Just boom. And I'm like, damn. Natsu. Whoa, bruh. Let's calm down. It was the funniest thing in the world. Like he literally, and not only that. He went back he went back in. He just started beating his mouth and his face. Just boom, boom. And Lucy's like, hey, wait, we could have gotten some information. He was about to talk. He's like, oh crap, we probably could have. And I love those moments. I know I said in the first episode review that I did that I like serious Natsu, but these moments are funny. I love Natsu as a character. Right? I just wish that if they're gonna give me serious Natsu, they keep serious Natsu. I love this jokey part though. It was like, oh crap, I kind of woo. Now we know that this guy, ex-council member. He knows what they're after. He talked about face. He said face. What if they're looking for face? We don't know what face is. At least I don't know what face is. If you guys know what face is, do not spoil it. Okay, I want to be surprised. But apparently they're after what he thinks they're after face. Okay. Now Jackal apparently can do whatever. Now he just gets back up like no problem. And then he goes like, maybe you should listen to when people are trying to talk to you, because now you're about to blow up, because my power is whatever I touch or touches me goes kaboom. And I'm like, oh damn. And then Natsu just blew up. Of course, he's a dragon slayer, so I guess his body is tougher. I don't know what. It's so weird and Natsu always gets off really rarely unscathed. And that's what happened. Like his body was intact, he just passed out. And unfortunately, I really wish that Wendy was stronger. I hate the fact that she's still in her baby stage. Like she's technically older now. I mean, she's still the same age, but she's matured more. Her powers should have matured with her. So it makes me kind of upset that her powers are still weak, considering she's the sky dragon. Can we get some oomph behind her moves or something? Like, her attacks didn't do anything to Jackal. In fact, Jackal blew up everything around her. And then Lucy's always worthless. So, I mean, I know that apparently she does get better in the next arc, but we're not in the next arc yet. So that means she's still ass. I mean, Lucy has her good points, but in terms of combat, most of the time she's always a damsel in distress. And this time, I mean, she's really the only one that can do anything, but she couldn't touch this man, like, at all. And so they got blown away. And then the freaking ex-council member dipped, like, he just left. And I'm like, this man left his granddaughter and the people who were trying to protect him over here. And he just books it. And then Lucy, like, Jackal, like, chases after him, right? Now, Lucy decides to go after Jackal while Wendy heals Natsu. Great, that's awesome. Lucy's going after him. The weird dude, the ex-council member, running. You guys gotta hide me, protect me. I used to be a member of the council. I've protected you. Now it's your turn to protect me. And then Jackal shows up. He's like, oh, I found you, old man. And by the way, I honestly wanted to slap this ex-council member in the face. Just because you did your job does not mean that people have to do something for you. Okay? I understand. Cops, okay, or the good cops, the ones that do their job, they don't expect I can't even talk right. They don't expect something in return. They're doing their job. Same with you. Your job is to protect the citizens of the country. You shouldn't expect people to do something for you just because you used to be a part of an organization that was in place to protect the people. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay? I just wanted to get that out there. That pissed me off. Because then Lucy shows up and she's stuck. Like Jackal put a fucking explosion symbol on the ground, and if Lucy moved, she was gonna die. I was like, crap. And then people are like showing up and they're like, hey, I know you. You were in a swimsuit in the Grand Magic Games. I mean, she did more than that, okay? Give her some props. She got annihilated in a freaking water bubble, okay? She was in there and she got her ass whooped. And not only that, she also was brutally defeated by Flair because of bullshit. So she did stuff, right? She was there. She did more than just pose for a swimsuit. That was bad. But anyways, so he's like, ooh, Jackal's like, oh my gosh, there's people here. Let's play a game. And then he grabbed the ex-council member, put him in a little bubble explosion, and he grabbed this pregnant lady and put her in a bubble explosion. And everybody just like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be an explosion. We gotta get out of here. And then he's like, okay, Lucy, like he didn't say her name, but he's like, okay, you pick who lives and who dies. I'll only explode one. He literally pulled a freaking Joker from The Dark Knight Rises. Wait, no, The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Rises is the one with Bane. The Dark Knight. He literally pulled that, like, you pick one, and I'm gonna blow it up, and the other one lives. Like, how could you do that? Now, and then, here's the thing. The pregnant lady was all about her child. It's like, it's okay, mommy's here. Of course, it's not like you're the baby. Pretty sure the baby can hear her, but you can't understand her. You know what I mean? So she's over here protecting her baby. She's talking about how she's pregnant. And she's only worried about the baby. Whereas you have the ex-council member who's like, I'm more important because I was in the council. And once again, I just want to smack this man. You're not important just because you were a part of the council. You're not in it anymore. Just shut your mouth, okay? We just shut it. Okay, you are not more important than somebody who has the future. You're an old man now. You could just die from a heart attack and like that. What makes you more important than a woman who has the potential future of the country? So shut your mouth, boy. I'm sorry. I really just want to smack this man. He pissed me off. And so, like, you know, he's like giving Lucy like 10 seconds over here. Like, you gotta pick and choose. Honestly, I really wish that they had used Lucy. Like, this was a perfect moment to have Lucy shine. Because Natsu does this all the time. He picks, like, what's best for everybody else. So, if they had done a Lucy moment where she's like, you know what? If you're gonna kill somebody, blow me up and let them go. And that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. But of course, because we have Lucy and she's always a damsel in distress, Natsu shows up and punches this man in the face again. What is Natsu and punching Jacko in the face, man? That was like, oh my god, I lost track of how many times Natsu punched Jacko in the face. Okay, I'm being serious here. I lost count of how many times Natsu punched Jacko in the face. It's like that was the only thing he was targeting. But anyways, so he saves them. The explosion things go away, and then he's like, "You apparently don't listen." I mean, because they explained that he's not using magic. Tartarus does not have magic. They have curses, which are stronger than magic. I was like, okay, so, but it's like too late. You already touched me again. He's like, it's okay, I got this. It's freaking Natsu. Apparently, after something bad happened to him, he instantly knows exactly how to counter it. So he's got his arm, right? He's got the explosion symbol, right? He's got it right here. He's like, I got this. He goes like this, puts it in his freaking chest, and holds it in. All of a sudden, he spits it out. And nothing happened. And he's like, haha, I got this. And I'm like, Natsu can't be human. Like, straight up, he can't be human. Oh my gosh. But anyways, yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-part review. It is long because there's 2 reviews in one. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts, comments in the comment section down below. I'll leave a link to the fairy tale page in Crunchyroll so you can watch both episodes, or any episodes, in fact, if you want. You know, it's marathon and crap like that. And yeah, so that's down there so you can watch it. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.